Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Glad to be here with you guys. I hope that everybody is doing well. And hopefully, if you've already started college or in college, I hope that everything is going good for you. And just remember that if you ever run into any problems, you can always reach out to your advisor, to your mentor, or if you are a member of STAND, you've got all kinds of people that are ready to help you anytime that you might need the support. So we're going to talk about what do you do if you're having trouble. What do you do if you're having problems with special accommodations? Maybe you feel like you're not receiving the accommodations that you're supposed to, or maybe you are having trouble with one of your assignments, with one of your classes, and you feel like there could be more done, or an instructor maybe isn't getting back to you uh, in a sufficient manner. There are things that you can do. And this isn't making you out to be a bad person or that you're being negative towards the college or the instructor. It's just to make sure that you are getting what you need. Because at the end of the day, that is what matters. What matters is that you're getting the education that you're there to receive. You're getting the special accommodations that you have to have, no other choice, and that things are going smoothly for you. So let's talk about special accommodations first, and then we'll move on to a couple other things. And I think that this is a good video because these are questions that you might be asking yourself later on. What do I do? Okay. So you've got your classes, but you feel like there's an accommodation that you're not receiving. Anytime that you feel as if one of your special accommodations has yet been provided to you for, you need to go back to whomever is in charge of special accommodations and speak with them. If for some reason you forgot who that was or you're not sure who to go to your advisor because they're going to have that information for you. Okay, now, if you're doing online classes, there are still special accommodations that you can receive. You'll still want to do the same exact thing. Speak to your advisor, okay? Because they can connect you with the right person. So make sure you talk to them, and then you'll be talking to the one that's in charge of the special accommodations, and he or she will go through everything with you. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes something might have got left out. You never know. So for that said, let's move on to the next question that you might be asking later on. So you've got your classes, you've got your accommodations, but you're having trouble with an assignment, or you're having trouble with the class. You contact your instructor, and it's been 3 or 4 days, and you have yet heard anything back from your instructor. Well, there are steps that you can take to resolve the problem. And again, this isn't saying anything bad about you. You're not picking on the instructor. You're not being negative. You just need help. There's nothing wrong with that. And you got to be able to resolve it pretty quickly, especially if you're taking a class that is only 8 weeks. Things go by pretty quickly, and if things are not resolved, you miss out on things. You miss out on grades. Assignments aren't getting done the way that they should. Anything could happen within 8 weeks. So you need to make sure that you're getting the answers that you're asking for. Okay? Um, your instructor has, I believe, 72 hours to get back to you. So they have a couple of days, and that's understandable because let's face it, we're in college, we're all adults, and we all have other things going on in our life as well. College isn't the only thing that we have going on. So, the instructor could have accidentally missed your message. Um, I doubt that they ignore an email or a message. I believe that if they're not getting back to you, it's not done intentionally. It's not done on purpose, okay? But you still have to resolve the situation, which means you're going to log into your Ivy. You're going to go to your Ivy Learn. You're going to go to the class that you're having the problems with. And under that, you're going to click on syllabus. You're going to see where there's assignments, where there's modules. Click on the syllabus. And that is where you're going to be able to get the information that you need. Under syllabus, you're going to see your instructor's name and their contact information, their preference for you to contact them. Most generally, it's just going to be their email, and then they're going to have the number to the college that you're going through to take your classes, okay? Underneath that, you're going to see their supervisor, the one that is above them, that's in charge to make sure that the instructors are doing what they need to be doing to teach the class and to take care of their students, okay? Just because you're going to go to the supervisor doesn't mean anything bad. And the instructor's not going to get mad at you or say, oh, well, now I got a student that wants to give a hard time. That's not the case. I don't ever see that being the situation. But like I said, your instructor could have missed your message, or they could have saw it and then said, well, I'm going to get back to them in just a little bit. And then something came up. There's things that can happen. Life happens. We all know that. I'm 100% confident that if you have to go to the supervisor, that the problem will be resolved. Okay? You can contact your instructor a couple different ways. You can also send them a message through your Ivy Learn. As you're under that class, you'll see where you can click on, I believe it's messaging, and you can send them a message that way as well. So you have a couple different ways to do that. If for some reason you're not sure about navigating on the page that well, and you would like me to do a video covering that, I'd be glad to do it. Just contact me. Again, the contact information is below. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's any other things that I might be missing out on, and I believe I've got it all covered there. So let's move on to the next what if situation. What if your instructor doesn't understand exactly your situation? And you feel like, hey, I need to do it this way. My instructor's not allowing it. What do I do? This assignment's due in 2 days. There's no way I'm going to get it done in time. What do I do? Don't be scared to have a conversation with your instructor. If they don't know that you're struggling, they don't know to help you. They don't know to, give you a bit of an extension on an assignment. You have to communicate. Okay, you have to. But if for some reason, let's say that you ask your instructor, you say, hey, I know it's due in 2 days, but I really need an extra day or two. And your instructor just says, nope, not doing it. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but anything can happen. You never know. So that's why I'm putting it out there. If this happens, again, do a couple things here. One, go to your advisor. Let them know you're having trouble in that class. Let them know that you did have a conversation with your instructor. If you sent them an email, you've got a copy of that. Okay, so if there was a conversation between you and the instructor, there's going to be a record of that. And your advisor can go and look at that. The supervisor of your instructor can look at that. So don't feel like, well, I've got no way to prove that, my instructor's not working with me here. And again, this is not about you being, mean about anything at all. This is about you getting through that class to the best of your ability. And that means you're putting in 100%. Not 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, but 100. We have to put in 100%. And with that said, if we're putting in 100%, our instructor needs to do the same in return and give us 100%, right? And then also meeting in the middle, that 50-50 of communication. But if you're having a problem and it's not being resolved, go to your advisor, go to the supervisor, even to your special accommodations, especially if the instructor is telling you, no, I'm not going to do this or that, and it's on your special accommodations that this is required by law. Let me give you a good example. Let's say that there's an assignment that you cannot do. For example, you've got a screen reader and your instructor sends you the assignment and it's in a PowerPoint. And your reader's not going to read that sufficiently. Go to your special accommodations person. Between you, them, and your instructor, I promise you it will get resolved. Something will get figured out. Because if there's an assignment that you can't do because of needing special accommodations, that assignment has to be altered in one way or another. Just like print, okay? If you can't read print, what do? They give you your print in PDF so that you can read your books. Kind of the same idea here. Now, there are certain things that you might feel like is a special accommodation that might not be required. It's an accommodation, but it's not really a required, which means the instructor doesn't have to honor that. And if that's the situation, again, communication between you, your instructor, the supervisor, your advisor, and your special accommodations person. Okay? So remember, at the end of the day, this is about being able to go through the class successfully, being able to get the education that you need so that when you get your degree, or so that you can get your degree, and when you do, so that you can be successful with your career. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to send an email. You'll find that information down below in the description. Again, tap on that subscribe button, join us, click on that bell set your notifications so that you will be notified. I wish you the best success with your education. And please, check out the group Stand. We'd be glad to give you more information, and you are welcome to join us. We would love to have you. Till next time, take care and have a wonderful day.